in a game of cricket, it's not all equal. You're going to have periods, 2 overs, 5 overs, 10 overs, 40 minutes, half an hour, whatever, where things are really hard, and you're going to have periods where you're actually finding it not that challenging and you feel like you could bat all day. So you've got to absorb that and sort of change your plan at times. And something that my good mate Chris Rogers talks about with when he was opening and batting for Australia or in county cricket or facing really high quality bowling, he'd often play French cricket. And to be able to do that, you have to bat with no ego. So you can't just go, right, I'm just going to drive my 3rd ball, 4th ball, outswinger, 4 slips, I'm just going to play it on the up. You've got to sort of say, okay, this guy's bowling really well. I said to you, it's under lights, we're late in the day, it's like moving around. But if you come back tomorrow, the ball might not do as much, the weather might be better. So you've got to sort of say, right, I'm going to put my drives away, I'm going to absorb this spell of bowling, or this hour, this little period, this one bowler, and I'm just going to be really tight. I'm going to be really watchful, which you were for most of them. You were good. Yeah. There was 2 just outside off, and you got away with 1, you nicked 1. But Buck talks about this idea of just playing French cricket, where you're just trying to like start from a place of just trying to defend your front pad. Anything outside your line, you can almost let go. Anything short, you sort of can get in behind or under, but you're sort of putting away all the expansive shots and you're just trying to get through, and you might get an inside edge for 1 or 2. You might stroke 1 for a 1 or 2, and you might sort of nudge 1 in there or even get an outside edge soft for 4. But you get through it, and then an hour later or 2 hours later, tomorrow morning, the next day, you can take the spinner down, or you can get a couple of bad balls that you've earned. Does that make sense? So it's all well and good, and training on this sort of stuff can get us into bad habits because the ball doesn't deviate. We can put a swing on the machine or whatever, but then you know it's going to swing, and it's hard, really hard. This is one of our challenges, cricketers, is to replicate a game. This thing is so good because it challenges you on both edges, and it challenges your decision making as well as your technique. So it's challenging that decision making part about, okay, I'm going to put my shots away, I'm going to be really tight, even though it's a half volley, I'm only going to stroke it, rather than normally I'd just smack it. But it also challenges your technique, where that one couple of balls, you're just a bit here. So we've got to sort of continue to work on that technique piece. Yeah, but game plan wise, the tactics of it, I think is hugely important as well. And understanding that, okay, this guy, he's bowling good, but he's not going to bowl all day. If I can get through 5 overs of him, I've got a medium pacer coming on next. Or I know I've got a leggy who bowls bad balls. Or I know that like the ball's going to get old, it's not going to do as much. But a lot of people don't recognise that, and they still play a big booming drive against the best bowler, and they walk off saying, oh, it was good ball, but it was dumb cricket. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. So the more we can play smart cricket and try and minimise risk, the better. And if you're thinking about playing French cricket, if you do nick it, there's a good chance it won't carry. And what I just said to Doki is you're sort of thinking about just like soft and defence, and then it's just an expansion from there, rather than normally you might be thinking hit it for 4, hit it for 4. You might have to just go the other way, just when it's doing a bit where you're soft, oh, I can get a clip. Does that make sense? Yeah. Any questions? So let's go really, really tight, quite conservative, because I'm doing a bit with the ball, I've got slips in, we've got this imaginary scenario. I want you to be really sort of soft and tight, and if you get one, you're sort of just stroking it.